Hello and welcome to my channel. I just recently, well, this year, got into coloring books and August was my most productive month. So I decided to do a little flip through of everything I managed to color for August. As you can see, I got through a lot of books and hopefully you like what I have. So the first book I have here is the Traveling Through Europe by Rita Berman, and I managed to finish 2 pages here. This one I had started earlier, but I managed to finish the last, I think it was the last 3 in August. All of this page was done with the Black Widow pencils. I tried to do some color theory here and there to pick what colors to use for the backgrounds. And then this page was done with water-based markers, the Ohuhu set. Mostly me testing out how to use a blender with the markers to try out some watercolor type of blends, reducing the amount of streaking and so on and so forth. I like how it turned out. It's a lot lighter in general, but it did have some issues with bleeding to the other side. So I'm going to have to see how to cover that when I color the other page. The next book is Nice Little Town by, it says here Tanya Bogema Stolova, but when I looked it up, it's Tatiana Stolova Bogema, so I'm not sure. Maybe she changed her name. This one was my new alcohol markers. So this was done entirely with alcohol markers, testing out blending, colors, and so on and so forth. Luckily, this one does not have anything on the back side, so I didn't have to worry about that. And then the other one I colored in this one is this one. And here I had just gotten a pastel set, so I wanted to try out the pastels. I wanted to see my variations of blue, and I did a bit of shading, but I didn't want to overdo it, and I kind of like how that looks. I did test out some of the greens and blending for that, and I used some white acrylic marker for the details there and for the windows here as well. And then we have this Red Panda coloring book, which does not really have an author. This was gifted to me because I really like red pandas, and there aren't many Red Panda coloring books out there. This is, again, alcohol markers. Testing out that. And this book is really good for, like, no stress, just color in, don't worry about anything. This was, again, testing the lighter tones that I have. Just filling it in and not worrying too much about details. Then we have Johanna Basford's Secret Garden, and I managed to finish one page here, but I'm really proud of how this one came out. Oh, there's a lot of shine there. At first I was going to go colorful, but then I had the idea of going from yellow to red, and I'm glad I did that because it turned out really nice. I also used a brush pen to color in the black spots to make everything pop. And then at the end I used some glitter. You kind of see the glitter there on the edges of the flowers and the green leaves there. Then I have Johanna Basford's World of Wonder, and here I did some finishing as well. This had been a work in progress for a while now. I'd colored like 2/3 of it, and I was not really liking how streaky it was because this was all done testing the colors of my water-based markers, mostly the Hethrone set. And then I got the Ohuhu skin tones, which is the couple here, and then the last line was done with my other Ohuhu markers, but all of them are water-based, so there is no transfer. And honestly, after I finished it, I do kind of like how it looks. It just took me a while to get there. This one I did entirely in August. I had my partner pick a page for me, and this is the one they picked. And I had considered doing something in the background here, but in the end decided to just leave it blank. I really enjoyed trying to keep the colors I used down and picking different colors for above water and below water. I wanted the water parts to be more saturated and toned down up above. I really like how that one came out. And I feel like I say that a lot. And this one was another work in progress that I finished in August. This is water-based markers, but all the rest were done with a watercolor set that my partner had and I wanted to test out. I used a colorless marker blender to activate them instead of water. So I kind of want to try it with water. I'm not sure if in this book or another, but that was fun. I added some glitter here and there, some white as well. And the final book, I got these really discounted at HomeSense, and I'm really glad because I had been looking at the Mythographics, but they are pretty expensive on Amazon. So as soon as I got home, I picked out a page and colored it. This took me 2 days and is done with a mix of alcohol markers and Black Widow pencils for the shading. I think the part I dislike the most are the moths. I feel like I rushed them, and I kind of wish I had picked another color for one of the two at the bottom, these bottles, so that they were not the same color, but overall, I'm really happy with how this came out and the details of the shading and the background, and I'm pretty excited to keep drawing on this book just for the fact that I can actually use alcohol markers and not worry about the bleeding to the other side. And that's it. That's all the pages I either colored entirely or finished in August. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you'd like to see more, then let me know in the comments. If there's anything you saw me doing that you'd like me to make, maybe a tutorial or a color along, let me know as well. And I'll see what I can do. I'm pretty new at putting all this on YouTube, but we'll see how it goes, I guess.